Hey y'all, welcome to the Quiet as Kept podcast. I'm your host. I am your host, Shawnti Refuge. I'm a mental health coach, master certified mental health coach. I am author of the best-selling book Quiet as Kept, and I am a journaling advocate, honey. And this podcast is where we unpack the conversations we've been told to keep quiet, especially in the Black community. And each episode dives into topics like trauma, self love, healing, and mental wellness with honesty and heart. Grab your journal and get ready because what we keep quiet is often what we need to release. Now, let's get into it. Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of us don't even realize we need, and that is permission to feel joy after trauma. After we've been through pain, and no matter what the pain is, it could have been abuse, it could have been heartbreak, grief, or disappointment. Joy doesn't always feel safe. It can definitely feel fake, like a setup, like we wait for the other shoe to drop. And we question if we deserve to be happy when the world knows what we've been through. But, baby, let me tell you, you are allowed to laugh again. You are allowed to dance again. You are allowed to feel good again. And not just because you earned it, but because it's your birthright. After my nervous breakdown in 2018, you wouldn't catch me genuinely laughing for a long time. Even when I was in spaces where I should have been having fun, I just could not feel it. My body was physically in protection mode. And I thought healing meant being calm and being better and being quiet. But real healing, it made space for joy. And I remember the first time I genuinely belly laughed. I mean, laughed so hard that my lashes was coming off because I was crying, tears, and my stomach was hurting. And it was when I was journaling in silence. I had my candles lit, I had my tea in my hand, and I accidentally knocked over my cup full of pens, and I cussed myself out mid prayer. And I cracked up. I know I'm not the only one who's done that before. I'm in the middle of praying and something happened. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, God forgive me. I know you done it. I'm just, the one that's gonna say that I did it. And baby, I cracked myself up. I even think God was laughing. Like I really laughed. And in that moment, even though it was small, it was sacred. But it reminded me that I was still alive. And in Quiet as Kept, I talk about how joy felt foreign to me for a very long time. I did not trust it. But slowly I learned that joy is not the absence of pain, it is the evidence of survival. The American Psychological Association defines post traumatic growth as positive psychological change experienced as a result of adversity. One of the core aspects of that growth is a renewed appreciation for your life, including joy, gratitude, and deeper relationships. So if joy feels uncomfortable after what you've been through, that's normal, babe. Your nervous system might be waiting for danger. But part of healing is retraining your brain to believe that it is safe to experience goodness again, because it is. So now I'm going to give you some pointers on how to invite joy back into your life. Number one, you got to start small. Start small. Notice what brings a slight smile to your face. And it could be music. It could be the sun beating down on your beautiful face. It could be a good meal. Lean into those moments. Secondly, easy for me to say and hard for a lot of us to do is to let go of guilt. You don't need to earn joy. You are not obligated to stay in sorrow to honor your past. You are not. So let go of that guilt. Create a space for joy on purpose. Schedule fun. Laugh on purpose. Play like you did when you were a child. Here are some journaling prompts to help you with that. Number one, when was the last time I truly felt joy? What did it feel like in my body? When was the last time I truly felt joy, and what did it feel like in my body? What's something small that brings me joy now? What's something small that brings me joy now? What belief am I holding that keeps me from fully experiencing happiness? This might be a tough one for some of y'all, but you need to answer it. What belief am I holding that keeps me from fully experiencing happiness? All right. That's your journal prompts for this round. So now into my journal bag Q&A question and answer segment. And oh my God, I know I say this every episode since I started doing it, but y'all blowing my mind with these questions, and not in a bad way. I am honored that you are trusting me to answer these questions anonymously and safely. But I'm going to answer them. And if you want to submit your question, just come to my podcast, the quietest kept podcast.buzzsprout.com. Send me some fan mail and put your question there. Your question will always be anonymous. I'm just going to ask the question. I'm going to read the question and I'm going to answer it. That's it. That's all. So here's a question. I feel bad being happy when people around me are still struggling. Is that normal? Yes, it's normal. And it's called survivor's guilt. But listen, your joy does not take away from someone else's pain. Think about it. Your joy can be a light to someone who is going through something. It could be a reminder that healing is possible. So, baby, don't you dare dim your light. You stay connected and you shine and invite others into that light because joy is contagious. Then I have another question. It is, let's see. I'm scrolling down. Let's see. How do I rebuild my confidence after being in an abusive relationship? The answer is it takes time and it takes grace. Abuse does not just hurt. It steals parts of your identity. And rebuilding confidence starts with remembering who you were before the hurt and deciding who you want to be now. Always start small. Speak to yourself kindly every chance you get. Celebrate all your wins. I don't care how small it is, whether it's getting up in the morning, physically getting out of the bed, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair. And don't rush the process. Journaling helped me to return to myself after my own storm. So I want you to try this. What did I lose in that relationship? And how can I start giving it back to myself? Answer that prompt. And know that your power is still there. It's just waiting on you. Your power hasn't gone anywhere. All right, y'all. That is it for this episode of the Quietest Kept podcast. And if something I shared resonated with you, take a moment to journal on it. Share this episode with someone who needs it and visit my website, ShawntiRefuge.com, for more tools, more journal prompts, and coaching options. And if you haven't already, go grab your copy of Quiet as Kept. That's the book that started it all. Until next time, protect your peace and stay grounded in your truth.